Today, we have a very special treat. Thanks to our friend and patriot. Over at Honor Your Oath, we are going to see firsthand the utter disdain that officers have towards our rights. Watch how this officer acts towards a free citizen engaged in his First Amendment right. He is only holding a sign that says, "God bless the homeless vets," and this officer, with his presumed authority, decides to completely trample on this person's rights to free speech.
You ready? Great. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give and the following thoughts will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
See if this dumbass get it right.
Good morning, gentlemen. God bless our homeless veterans.
Yep, I'm a vet too, man.
All right, cool.
Air Force.
All right.
You got your ID on you?
What for?
Vagrancy.
Vagrancy.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure about that?
So, do you have your ID on you?
Am I required to give you ID?
Yes, you are.
What would happen if I don't give it to you?
You're going to jail. Period.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Sir, I'm...
All right, tough guy.
Tell me what the elements of vagrancy are.
I can't think of off the top of my head right now. I'm not.
Tell me what you recall. Tell me what you recall are the elements of the crime of vagrancy.
I can't recall. I don't know the laws by heart. I just know what certain crimes are. I'm not a lawyer.
So what is the crime of vagrancy?
I can't say it verbatim. Give you.
I'm not asking for verbatim. I'm asking you to tell me, you said you just know what the laws are. What is the crime of vagrancy?
Can't answer that right now on top of my head.
Well, you accused Mr. Gray of vagrancy the moment you stepped out of your cruiser. What were you accusing him of doing?
Harassing customers.
So is vagrancy harassing?
I didn't mention that to him.
I didn't ask that. Is vagrancy harassing? Is that what you think the crime of vagrancy is? So what is the crime of vagrancy?
I can't think of it off the top of my head right now.
You don't know what the crime of vagrancy is.
If I had that statute in front of me, I could then tell you.
Are you aware that the statute had been repealed 5 years before you accused Mr. Gray of vagrancy?
Correct.
All right, so how did he commit the crime of vagrancy? How could he possibly have committed a crime that had been repealed 5 years ago that you can't even define?
I've heard so many of your lies and excuses, I may as well hear one more.
Right. But I'm letting you know you're going to go to jail, no questions asked.
Even if I'm standing on a public sidewalk?
Yes. How many times do I got to explain it to you?
So if I don't give you ID, I'm going to
You're
jail.
going to jail for failure to identify.
Can I just leave?
If you wish to do so, but I need to identify you.
I don't wish to do so. I'd like to stay here.
You're not going to stay here, period.
The bestest, most loyal little Nazi I've ever met.
I'm going to let you know.
Do I have to leave?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm instructing you. I'm giving you a lawful order to leave.
And if I don't leave?
You're going to jail.
I'll go to jail.
For failure.
And you're Officer Sergeant Joffrion?
Sergeant Joffrion, Officer Andrews.
My God, you are one ugly motherfucker.
Y'all have a good day.
You got your ID with you?
So if I don't leave, I'll go to jail.
Yep. Give me your ID first.
And if I don't give you ID, I'll go to jail.
Yes.
Even though I've explained to you that I'm engaged in constitutionally protected
I don't
activity.
care if you explain it to me or not.
Safeguarded by the First Amendment, which is
Okay.
freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum, the steps of City Hall.
And decided that freedom of speech and the right to assembly would be celebrated today.
During that interaction, you made a statement that Mr. Gray didn't need to explain anything to you because I literally don't care. Do you remember saying that?
Correct.
And then you further stated, I'm here in reference to a complaint by the mayor of this city. Is that correct?
Correct.
And at whose request were you there? The name of the person?
Say that again.
You said that I'm here in reference to a complaint by the mayor of this city.
Okay.
Who is that?
Jabroni, the mayor.
And did he call you directly to make that complaint?
No. Correct.
I'm not begging for
You got
money.
your ID?
I'm not begging for money.
Okay. You got your ID.
Do I need to show you my ID?
You need to show me your ID. Yes, sir.
Or what?
You're going to jail.
Now you know better than always be in my face with this silly ass nonsense.
So I'm trying to understand, Mr. Joffrion, why you approached Mr. Gray, who's standing there holding a sign, and accused him of vagrancy.
How did I accuse him of it?
He asked why you would need identification, and you responded vagrancy. Do we need to play this again?
You can play it.
Do you need to see it again to know that that's what
I
happened?
don't need to say anything.
So you did accuse him of vagrancy.
I didn't accuse him of vagrancy.
So why did you, why would you say the word vagrancy?
I don't know.
Well, who would know?
Can't answer that.
What
Doesn't
is,
matter if you commit a crime or not. You have to identify in reference to a complaint because you're violating.
you need to have reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is afoot. You
Okay,
didn't.
I do have reasonable suspicion. I just instructed you. So,
Vagrancy?
yeah.
What ordinance is that?
City ordinance. Go
Even
look it
though
up.
I've explained to you that I'm
You
engaged
don't
in
need to-
constitutionally
you
protected.
don't need to explain anything to me because I literally don't care.
So you demanded identification under reasonable suspicion that he had been harassing or stalking people. And then you admit that you said if he didn't provide the identification, he was going to jail, period. Correct?
Correct.
And can you cite to me a policy, procedure, law, or ordinance that authorizes you to demand identification for a person you reasonably suspected, at least that's your testimony, of harassment and stalking?
I'll have to go back and look at the law book. Don't remember.
So you can't cite to me now.
Right now, off the top of my head, no.
This isn't some free will state, man. This is how it is in the state of Mississippi.
So you don't have freedom in the state of Mississippi?
If you don't like it, you can go back to Florida. Period.
And why was Mr. Gray not permitted to stay there?
I can't recall.
Was Mr. Gray on a public sidewalk?
Yes.
Is City Hall a public property?
Yes.
Why was he not free to stay there and continue what he was doing?
I'm not sure.
But you told him that he wasn't. And now you don't know why you said it.
Correct. Been over a year ago.
Did you take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution when you served?
I absolutely did.
Yeah, and you're not doing that right now.
Okay, that's your
Did you
opinion.
take an oth to uphold and defend the Constitution when
that
you
is your opinion.
became a cop?
That is your opinion.
Then you're not doing it right now.
That's your opinion.
Central to Waywood 14.
Go ahead.
10-4, that 27's going to come back to a Marcus Jeffrey, valid, negative 29s, negative 4s.
What does -4 mean?
You have to go with dispatch.
You don't know what it means.
Not the top of my head, no.
So your testimony today under oath is that when she said comes back to Marcus Jeffrey, valid, -29, -4, you did not know what she meant.
I knew what it meant then.
But you don't know what it means today.
No.
Are you still a sergeant with the Waveland Police Department?
Correct.
And so if I called you over the radio or dispatch called you over the radio and said valid, -29, -4, you would not know what that means today.
Probably so. Not right now, though.
Why do you not know right now?
Tired.
Come on. All right, Mr. Jeffrey, you're free to go.
Pretty good. Can I
All
stay?
No, you cannot say. You got to go.
So if I don't go, I'll go to jail.
All right. You're a lawful order not to come back.
At the conclusion of the video, you said, I'm giving you a lawful order not to come back. I think we've established that you can't cite to me any law or statute or ordinance that authorize you to provide that lawful order, correct?
Repeat the question.
You can't cite to me any authority that lets you, as a sergeant for the Waveland Police Department, to give a lawful order not to come back to public property.
No.
Is that Waveland Police Department or City of Waveland, Mississippi policy to tell people that they can't return to public property?
Check to the form. No,
On how many occasions have you told someone that they can't return to public property?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
More than once?
I have no idea.
You don't know if you've told any person other than Mr. Gray?
Don't know, sir.
Well, what was your basis for telling Mr. Gray that he couldn't stay there, that he had to leave the property under a lawful order?
I don't recall.
You didn't have any authority to tell Mr. Gray that he couldn't stay or that he had to leave the property, did you?
No.
And that, folks, was the best portrayal of police interactions these days. This officer has shown a very clear message that he did not care about the citizens' rights, and only if he submitted to his authority. How many times did he lie and threaten this American veteran to stop him from expressing his freedom of speech? Please go check out Honor Your Oath's page, where he has an entire 2-hour-long deposition uploaded to get the full uncut context to this deranged police officer's state of mind while he gladly tramples a person's God-given rights. And for all the bootlickers out there, I'd like to hear your comments on if this officer made any mistakes or if he was completely justified in doing what he did.
Repeat the question.
Is there anything that you think you could have done better?
I could have handled it a little different.
How?
Could have reworded some things.
What thing?
I can't recall off the top of my head.
Do you need to watch the video again?
No, I don't.
So, if your testimony is that you could have reworded some things, but you don't know what things,
I know what things.
what things?
Just handled it better. Talked a little different.
How?
I don't know. I'm not in those shoes right now.
Well, part of this is we have the benefit of hindsight. We also have the benefit of having reviewed what happened. I don't know how many times you've watched the video, at least once. But other than rewording some things, and you can't say which things, you can't tell me anything that you would have done differently or done better.
That makes sense. Well, I have to think on that.
Well, how can you say that there are things you would have done, but I can't answer the question as to what they would have been?
I just know I could have handled it better, but it will give me time to think on it.
So, did you make any mistakes?
No.
This is a different question, but similar. Do you deny making any mistakes?
Rewrote the question for me.
Do you deny making any mistakes in your interaction with Mr. Gray?
You're asking the same thing, you know, I have to rephrase it.
And it's not the same thing. Do you deny making any mistakes with Mr. Gray?
I'm not getting what you're saying. I have to break it down for me.
My first question was, do you admit to making any mistakes? And you answered that in the negative. Now my question is phrased differently, whether you deny making any mistakes.
I did not make any mistakes.